I'm Kristy Finley, and I am doing a 35-minute video presentation on a personal story. So here we go. As being an only child, it was tough enough to figure things out all on my own. My parents were older than the other children's parents, and I felt like I couldn't talk to them like the other kids could talk to their parents. And if I tried, I would get shut down, or I would get to talk to them about my problem, but it seemed to find a way to everyone else's lives. It was a struggle feeling like this, no one to talk to. It felt like no one was on my side. As the years go on, I start school not knowing how hard these next 12 years are going to be. As school goes on, I find games called softball, basketball, and volleyball. These are activities that I've grown to love because it was just where I could get away. It was like my meditation away from all the stress that my parents put up on me throughout the school years. Because of the hundreds that I got on my test, that wasn't good enough. As I get up around the 5th grade, school started getting a little harder for me, so did the stress that was put up on me by my parents. I started to rebel just to show them how lucky of a kid they really had. But it didn't seem to work. It was just made the fighting and yelling put more stress upon me. In middle school, it was the worst time of my life. It was where nothing got better, not even dropping a sport to focus more on my grades, to not get yelled at. This is where I needed to make friends, but I couldn't do that. I had to focus on school to make as many imperfect A's as I could make to displease my parents. When I got to high school, I gained a little more freedom, but this was just where my grades counted for my ideal college life. I've always knew I wanted to be a nurse ever since I was a little girl, and I was not going to let my parents choose my career for me. They sought me to be an engineer, which is absurd because I'm horrible at math. I knew if I got to choose anything in my life, I wanted to choose this career. I had dreams and goals and a passion for this, and they just seemed to look right past it until I put my foot down. I demanded that their career path was not what I was choosing, and it took days, but they finally gave in. Now it was time for me to get my freedom. I thought as being a senior in high school, I would be able to go to parties and have a later curfew than 10 o'clock on a weekend, but that was not the case. Throughout my high school career, I never got to go to a party or stay out past 10 o'clock, but this was okay because all my imperfect A's were going to get me somewhere far away from here. I just knew it. I had visited many colleges, none that I seemed to find not be in the city or be a preppy college until I looked at JSU. I knew this was the college for me because it's in a rural area far away from my parents. Once I finally moved to JSU, life couldn't be any better. I get to do things myself and never get to go home. I get to do what I want when I want, and the good thing is that all those imperfect A's that I made over the years got the majority of my tuition paid off. So I don't have to go home because my parents said that we're paying for your college, so you have to come home. I don't, because all those imperfect A's got paid for my college, so I don't never have to go home. That's it.